I am live. All right, ladies. I am so excited today. I have my special guest, my cousin, my beautiful cousin. Her name is Karen Monique, and I am so excited that she is here with us today. So, the topic for today is finding your confidence. So, of course, we're going to be talking about confidence, and I'm going to introduce her. So, first and foremost, this is a beautiful woman. Y'all can see that. And not only is she beautiful, but I thank God for her because she is bold with her confidence. So I want to introduce her in saying she's not only a mother to two beautiful children, she is a business owner and she's a model. So, Karen, I am going to allow you to introduce yourself with your business. So let's talk about your business real quick. What's the name of your business?
Well, my business name is Street Chic, and I specialize in bold pieces for bold people. Like the things that I want to say sometimes, I put on a shirt. Earrings and things that I can't find in the store, I hand make. Um, but yeah, it's all about being bold.
Okay, awesome. So let's share with the audience. Hi, Gwen. Let's share with the audience your website information.
Sure. So it's Shop Street Chic. Let me see if I can get it in the camera.
Yeah, you got it. Shop streetchic.com. So,
Yep.
ladies, and we're going to periodically throughout the live, we're going to put it up again because as people come on, I want to make sure they get that information. And I'll have people also type it in the comment section because we want to definitely direct people to your website. So, we're going to jump right in. We're going to dive right in because this is going to be good. So, what were some of your greatest insecurities?
Greatest insecurity, I would say right now, it would be my arms. I hate my arms for some reason. I hate my arms. I of course lost weight.
How much weight did you lose?
113 pounds.
Woo woo! That is
113
major.
pounds. And of course, like my arms, they just don't do what I want them to do sometimes. So, but I mean, I don't have a problem with wearing it out now. Like, but I just wish that but I'm going to work on it.
Right.
See me in about 6 months. But but that's one. And people wouldn't believe this, but public speaking. Public speaking, like even now, just thinking about people seeing me on camera, I'm like, oh gosh. But taking a picture, I can do. I can take a picture, but because the picture, you just take the picture and go. Just
Right.
talking, I'm like, I sound like a man, but
Right. Let me
yeah.
ask you this: how do you push past your insecurities? What do you do to get past those insecurities?
Well, I just go for it now. At one point in time, it was just like, oh, well, what will such and such say about me? Or what would they think? Or like, growing up, I heard, oh, you're loud. I'm like, well, now, like, it don't even bother me. Like, yeah, I am loud and I'm going to
Right.
be heard. So,
Oh,
but, but yeah, and you grow up and you hear, women are supposed to be seen and not heard. That is the dumbest crap I ever heard. Like it is. It really is because it's like, okay, I understand like the whole in certain settings you sit back, you absorb information and then just go about your day or whatever. But at the same time, like back in the day, it was like teaching women to not have a voice at
right.
all. And that's just like even with this whole Me Too movement, a lot of women that was happening too. And guess what? It got pushed under the rug until now. Like people are finding their confidence and they're letting it out, like everything. So
Right. Right. That is awesome. So, ladies, thank you for joining us. Hey, Hazel. Hey, Jacinta. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you all. As you come on, let us know you're here. We appreciate you sharing this space with us. This is Karen Monique, a model, a businesswoman, a mother. She's just amazing. I love her. And I'm gonna
too.
tell the truth. She is my first cousin. Her mama is my auntie. And I love that, boldness runs in our family. Yes, we can be loud and we are proud because, like she said, we have something to say. Everybody doesn't have something to say, but when you have something to say, it's in your power and your authority to use your voice. So that's so important. So, what prompted you to do something about your situation? With you losing the 135 pounds and with you gaining more confidence, what prompted that?
I think it's safe to say that we are our biggest critics.
Oh yeah.
So it was like I used to pick apart pick myself apart, and it came to a point where I'm like, you know what, I'm tired of this. Like I see, like you don't want to compare yourself to people, but in a way, it's like when you look at others and you see things that they're doing, you're like, well, shoot, I can do that too. I can put myself out there, and that was the big thing for me. Like I kind of like I wasn't happy with where I was in life. I figured in my head, I was like, okay, I need to be along further than this. And that's
Mhm.
what prompted me to get out there and do different things.
Wow. So one thing you said, I want to kind of deal with. A lot of times we compare ourselves to other women.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell people comparison is not God's will for you. Comparing yourself to
Mm-hmm.
others can be dangerous because you don't know the journey they're on and you don't know the call on their life. So me comparing myself to another woman is kind of asinine when you think about it. I don't know her testimony, I don't know her story, and I don't
Right.
know her purpose. I know what God got for me. So I don't have to compare myself. But the other thing is what I like you said is you can look at other women for inspiration. See,
Right.
that's fine. And
Right.
you looked at other women as inspiration, like if she can do it, I can do
I
it.
could do it too.
That's
Yeah.
what we're supposed to be doing. Looking at each other for inspiration to say, no, I can do what she's doing because that's my sister. I'm not competing with her. I'm just using her as inspiration. So that's
Exactly.
a good thing. So that's a good point. So what are some things that you did to help you become more self-confident?
Well, putting myself first. Like oh gosh, I used to think about everybody before myself. um
Wow.
even with the kids, I'm like, okay, my kids got to do such and such. But what I found out, if I'm no good, I'm no good. If I'm no good to myself, I'm no good to them,
Right.
basically.
Right.
And like I had to like stop putting myself first and not listening to what other people say. um
Explain that. Go a little deeper with that.
okay, so like if I okay, so going into college, right? I would have taken, like, honestly, I would have taken a different path if I didn't listen to what everybody was saying.
Okay.
Um, like, I've heard like coming up, oh, well, I've had people like agents approach me with modeling and stuff, which is something that I always wanted to do. But of course, you hear older people, oh, they take advantage of those young girls, or they do this, they do that. You won't make it, like coming from the country, you think you're gonna make it that big? So
Right.
so that was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna just go to school, and get this job. And
Right.
basically it was, um, you can work a job and pay bills and die doing that too, and not fulfill not fulfill what you really want to do. And
Right.
that was my point. Like I was just like, enough of this. So
Right.
yeah.
That is awesome. So, ladies, I know you heard what she said. I encourage you today, and I'm not knocking anybody that has a 9 to 5 and that's what
No,
they're doing.
not at all, because
We're not
they,
knocking them because
yeah.
we currently have 9 to 5s, but our vision is to eventually do what?
Next year, if God's willing, I will not be clocking on nobody clock. I
I'm
will
in
not.
agreement
Like,
with you. I'm in agreement
I'm,
with you.
I am so serious. I'm like,
We're believing God together that
yeah,
we can walk away.
I am over that point in my life.
Yes. Anybody else in agreement or want to do that, put it in the comments. Now, once again, we are not knocking the 9 to 5, but God placed in us so many talents and gifts that we can step out and do businesses, that we have purposes that are greater than a 9 to 5.
And
That, like
and some women purpose might be that 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
I had an old supervisor who, like, she was like a mother to every, of course, all of us were younger. She was like a mother to everybody. And like you still hear people talk about her now, like, oh my gosh, like I miss her so much and blah blah blah. But it's the like that may be her purpose. So
Right, right.
I'm not saying that a 9 to 5 is bad, because I do it. I gotta pay bills. So so but it is what it is.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
promise, like, that's not something that I want to do, but it may be somebody else's purpose.
Awesome. And I definitely agree with that. I just know, like you said, that's not my purpose. My purpose is to step out of there and to function in the business capacity 24/7, on my own, doing what God called me to do. So the thing is, you have to know what God called you to do. And that's so often where we as women sometimes struggle, because we don't know.
Right.
Another thing that you said is, had you not listened to other people, you wouldn't have gone that route in college. It's so important that we don't let outside voices dominate our inner voice. And that's what we do sometimes as women. We submit to the outside voices and not submit to God. That voice that's in us, that's telling us, no, you're supposed to do this. Like, modeling was something that you always wanted to do.
Always. And
And
what's
what are you
crazy
doing
about
now?
it?
What are you
Modeling.
doing?
And
Modeling.
the crazy thing is, like, the things that I wanted to do, like, I might have went and done something differently, but I always came back to that. So I know that's my purpose.
And see, that's the thing. I love that you said that. Ladies, pay attention to that. Sometimes we try to walk away from stuff, but like you said, it kind of calls you back. Like, you can't get away from it. It calls you back. So I encourage you, ladies, if there's things that you notice in your life that you've always been doing, God has always allowed an opportunity to open for you in that area. You might want to seek the wisdom of God to find out, maybe there's something about this thing I need to examine. Maybe I need to be looking into that. A lot of people will ask, well, how do you find your purpose? You got to find your purpose by knowing who you are. You got to tap to that God that's in you to say, okay, what am I supposed to be doing? Because you really can't go to nobody else and ask them that question. Like, with your modeling, did you get permission from somebody to do that?
Not a bit. But I do, like, going into the store and stuff now is so funny, because when I go out and things in the public, and like even at work, they'd be like, do you model? I'm like, I yeah, but I hear it all the time now, like, all
because
the
people
time.
see it in you. They see it in you. So that is awesome. So I am so thankful. All right. How are you, since you found your confidence, how are you different now? Like, give me a picture of the old Karen and give me a picture of the new Karen.
The old Karen was passive. The old Karen, like I said before, listened to what other people had to say about me, and kind of like sat on in the background, where I know that I was not supposed to be there. But that's where I put myself, because I tried to avoid conflict, drama, and all that other stuff. So I was like, oh, well, let me just, but now it's just like, I don't care. Like, but I'm more outspoken. Still not keen on the public speaking, but I'm more outspoken. And like, I know, like, I'm committed to, like, I've always had a vision of how I wanted my life to be. And now I'm on that path, where before it was just like I was winging it. So
ladies, let's talk about that a little deeper. So you notice the difference between winging it and actually getting a clear vision.
Oh yeah.
So with the
Yeah.
clear vision, that does what for you?
Clear vision, it basically, like, now I can look at my life and see what level where I'm at, and I know what's coming next. Like, even it might take a little time to get there, but I know it's coming. Where, like, winging it back in the day, it was just like, oh, well, I'm just, whatever happens, happens. But see, no, I can't
And
operate like that.
so often, that's how a lot of people are living.
Hmm.
They're just winging it. They're allowing life to happen to them.
Yeah.
And I was like that at one point myself. However, that puts you in a state of existing. You're not living. And I always have this concept in my mind that God created us for so much more. Like, he created us to do so much more. And until we recognize that, we're just in that state of existing. So for me personally, now I have the mindset, like you have a vision for my life. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm intentional. I'm intentional about what I'm doing. I
And
have a plan.
what's crazy? Like, I always used to see people with planners, like writing stuff. And I'm like, shoot, I can remember that. Now I plan my stuff out. I'm like, okay, check, check. Because now that I'm older, I'm forgetting stuff anyway. But but the plan, I can look at my planner and I can see, like, what I needed to do, what I have accomplished, what I need to do in the future. So that
Yeah,
helps a lot.
is your roadmap,
Hmm.
if you will. It's like your GPS for your life. Like, why wouldn't you do that?
Hmm.
And for me, having that roadmap or that plan allows me to recognize distractions.
Yeah.
Therefore, now, if it's not a part of my purpose and it doesn't align me with my purpose, I say no to it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have to say yes to everything.
Oh yeah.
Everything that comes to me, I don't have to accept.
And that was me. That was me. Like, I used to, oh my gosh, I used to run myself crazy trying to be everywhere, trying to be everything for everybody.
Mhm,
And, like, I was putting myself on the back burner.
mhm,
I was
mhm.
putting myself on the back burner, and, like, I got anxiety, like, for real,
Wow.
diagnosed with it. And I was like, oh no, like, I can't operate like that. So I had to start putting myself first. Like, even with the planner, I can see, like, okay, I have XYZ to do today,
Mm,
but I still need time for myself today. Like,
right.
I will tell people, no, no, I'm not coming. Like, and guess what I be doing? Sitting on the couch watching TV. But guess what?
Exactly.
That's my time for me.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
so
I mean,
there.
I had to develop this years ago. God had to teach me this when I was a stay-at-home mom. I literally had to come up with vacation days in the house where I literally would tell my children, now, mind you, I made sure they had food and all that good stuff, but
Hmm.
I literally would tell them, Mommy on vacation today.
Yeah.
I'm watching Netflix all day. Unless
See.
somebody bleeding, please don't disturb me. And
And
see,
that's the thing. You like, they be like, oh, you ain't doing nothing. Yes, I am. Yeah, yes, I
exactly.
am. I am. But
I'm taking care of me.
right. And some years ago, with this whole pandemic and everything going on, some years ago, I promised myself that I would go out of the country. I would have a trip for myself every single year. And this pandemic came, and I went nowhere last year. I was like, oh my God. Like,
But where did you go the year before? Talk about that.
I went to Thailand. I went to Thailand, and, like, awesome experience. Like, awesome. Like, and the crazy thing is, like, it's not as expensive as people think. You go, people have, like, they go to, like, the Chinese restaurants here and stuff, and you probably get, like, a little meal for $7, $8, probably
Mm-hmm.
around the way. Food over there, you can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner for $2 each per day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I, like, awesome experience. Like, I did, Now, the thing that I didn't do, I'm bold, but I ain't that bold. The whole zip lining thing, we went up there and I looked at that little string going across like the jungle and water under. I said, "Oh no, that ain't for me. That ain't for me right there." So I
But
can't
what
do
did
that.
you
But
do? What did you
um,
do?
oh gosh, I did like we did the whole monkey thing. The monkey, I forgot what it's called. We did like the elephants. We did the water rafting. Um, we did. Oh
What
gosh,
was
it
that
was.
picture you took with what animal you took a picture with?
Oh, the tiger. Like I pet a tiger. Um, and I I still get messages about that picture. Like I still get messages. They're like, "That's a real tiger." Yeah, very real. And the handle is right there. And I was scared out of my mind, but I said I'm going to do this. But um, I want another trip like that. Like I want to, and I want to be able to build my life where I can take my kids places like that too and have that experience.
And key word that you just used, build your life.
Mm.
Ladies, if you desire to build your life, put it in a comment section. I want us to use that today. Y'all know it's always something I try to stick with. If nothing else you gain from this live today, I want you to put that in a comment. Build your life. That is so important. Instead
Mm-hmm.
of allowing your life to just kind of float on by, building your life is key. So that is so important. So let me ask you a question. The trip that you took to Thailand, what made you decide to do that trip? What was your thought pattern in saying yes to that?
Well, my thought pattern for taking trips anyway, like I would always want to go, and you try to get people to go with you and stuff. And at first everybody was like, "Oh, okay, we're going," and then one by one, people drop,
Yeah.
and I kind of like got tired of that. So, um, I joined this group. It's a girl group, um, called Charleston Girls Travel to something like that,
Okay.
and they advertise different trips or whatever, and they get different, like you pick which one you want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And with that trip, I saw it and I was like, you know what? I want to go. Like I'm going. And I
Mm-hmm.
just made up in my mind that I was going to go. And we had an awesome time. And
Let me ask you a question. Did you know the ladies initially when you decided to do this?
only one, only
Wow.
one person who went, I knew. Everybody else, mm-mm. And we talk all the time now. So through like social media and stuff like that. So it's like, and the crazy thing is like even traveling with women you don't know is it's kind of like it was almost like we knew each other for a long time. Like
Mm-hmm.
we were looking out for each other. Like I almost had a panic attack on the speedboat. They were there hugging me and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a nice experience. And I wish that women, and the beautiful thing about it is you always hear people say, "Oh, well, a bunch being around a bunch of women is drama. Being around a bunch of women is this and that." But with them, it was nothing like that. Nothing like that. We had a ball, ate together, talked about life, talked about our kids, like, and we just had a nice time.
Well, the thing about that statement, I always tell people first and foremost, you got to be mindful of what's coming out of your mouth because you are creating your life with your words.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are one who always say being around a lot of women is a bunch of drama, that is because probably you're one of the people who stirred a drama. One, two, it has to do with mindset. You have to learn how to get around people with a like mindset as yourself if you desire to grow and
Mm-hmm.
experience new things. So what you encountered was women who had a like mindset as yours that wanted to grow, wanted to
Mm-hmm.
experience things. And usually with that type of women, you don't have no drama because
Right.
they have a goal and a vision. So that's important in that aspect. So I definitely encourage anybody. Hey, Delon, Sheila, Robin, Terriel, Hazel, I appreciate you all. I encourage anybody, you desire to do things like maybe travel to Thailand like Karen did, or start your own business or things of that nature, you got to get around like-minded women,
And
like-minded
that's
people.
very true. That's
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah. So some women just came on, and I want to kind of reintroduce you. This is my special guest. Her name is Karen Monique. This is also my first cousin. Her mama is my aunt. I love that. So we are very similar. We are loud. And currently, I love her head. Currently, my head looks like hers a little bit under this piece, but I am so proud of her. I told her I was going to say that publicly. I am so proud of her. I don't think she has any idea how proud of her I am. I remember when she was born. I remember her as a little baby. And that's scary because it's like, dang, how old am I? We are, I think, 11 years apart.
Yeah, because the other day I said, man, I'm hitting 40. And you were like, what?
Because when you said that, it kind of hit me like, oh my God, I remember when she was a baby. How's she gonna be 40? But time moves on. Yeah. But I look at you because I watched you grow up. And one thing, let me tell y'all about her as well. She didn't say this about herself, but she is dang near genius. Academically, off the charts. Off the charts. She could have been a doctor or a scientist if she wanted to. I'm just going to throw it out there. Her grades have always been phenomenal. And her children are following her footsteps. Her son and her daughter are following in her footsteps. And I don't know if she realizes that. You're doing a phenomenal job with your children. You're doing a phenomenal job with your children. I honor you for that because you've been doing it alone for years. Mm-hmm. She's been a phenomenal mother to her children. And I want to honor her and celebrate that point. But she is also a smarty pants. Like, oh my God. Like women, I love women who recognize that it's okay to be smart and use your brain.
And that's what I was about to say. It was one point in my life where I knew how smart I was, and like I would stay on the background just so people wouldn't like, oh, she thinks she's this, she thinks she's that. And I would just be in the background, but I know I'm smart. So it's just like, you can't run game on me like that. You cannot say anything to me. And sometimes even when people say certain things, I'm like, that doesn't make a bit of sense, but I'm gonna let you live today. I'm gonna let you live today. But yeah, now I don't do that anymore.
Awesome. So I want to talk about her business. So you want to put your sign back up? She is a businesswoman. So please, 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 the name of her business is her website is shopstreetchic.com. Yeah. I encourage you to check her website out. She has some awesome t-shirts, and it's for who? Who is your t-shirt for?
Bold people. Bold pieces for bold people.
Come on now.
And the crazy thing about it is, talking about business, like of course I do handmade accessories too. But in a couple of weeks I will be expanding to getting other pieces and incorporating it into my business as well. So be on the lookout.
I'm ready.
Be on the lookout.
I'm ready. Because you're wearing one of your pieces now.
I am.
I don't know if y'all can see it, but it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. So this is actually one of her designs. My daughter just put the website in the comment section for anybody who would like to go to her website and support her or share her website, because she is doing a phenomenal job. I have to say, Karen, your mama is on. Hi, Auntie.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, Auntie. So her mama is on Facebook Live. So we just wanted to say hello, Auntie. But yes, please go to her website, check out her pieces. Like she said, she has bold pieces for bold people, right? I'm getting it right.
It's bold pieces for bold women. And it's like, so my shirt today says fine AF, people know what AF means. I don't have to spell it out. But
Exactly.
like the crazy thing is it's like things that I want to say, things that a lot of women want to say, but do not say it because of what people would think about them.
So you
So,
giving them the freedom or that platform to wear the pieces, so
mm-hmm.
they don't have to say it, but they can still display it. Oh,
Yeah.
I just rhymed, y'all know that's
Yes.
that poet in me. That's that poet in me. But yeah, so they don't have to say it, but
Yep.
they can just display it. So
Yep.
yes, I encourage you to check out her website. So let's talk about your modeling career. Let's talk about that. Talk
Okay.
about that.
Well, my job now is I'm trying to secure a major modeling deal. The last big thing that happened was I was featured on Essence. And that came kind of like as a shock because I did not know, like I had no idea. One of my high school friends, Facebook friends, she inboxed me and she was like, "Do you know you're on Essence?" And I was like, "What? I'm on what?" And like she sent me the link and I can remember where I was. I started screaming. Like I was like,
Wow.
"Oh my God." But that was huge. Like I cried and everything. I was like, the crazy thing about that whole situation was you never know who's watching you.
Mm.
Cause of course, I talk on social media, um, go on Instagram, the Karen
Hi
Monique, follow
Sherry,
me.
I'm sorry. Hi Sherry Goodman.
But like I still till this day do not know how I was nominated, how I got chosen or whatever. But the topic was for that of 21 bad baldies or whatever. So I was like, oh snap. Out of all these women, they picked me and 20
Oh yeah,
others. Like,
right.
yeah. So
So let's transition into that. What made you go bald? What made you cut your hair? What was the process for that with you?
honestly, I was tired. Like I anybody who knows me over the years know that I would switch my hair every 2 to 3 weeks. Every 2 to 3 weeks, and that thing was expensive. Like doing that, it's expensive. Like, and especially in sometimes, most of the times, it was expensive just buying hair. Most of the
Mm.
times, sometimes I would do my hair myself. So imagine the ladies who actually going to the hairdresser now every 2 and 3 weeks. Sorry, stylists. I mean putting the rain on y'all parade, but but even now, like I'm like, oh my gosh, I see some of the prices, and I'm like, oh, like in my head, I'm like, okay, $150. That's a light bill.
Exactly.
$150 is something else, and I can't. I just couldn't afford it, and I was just like, no, I can do without. And it's the best decision ever. It was the
Awesome.
best decision for
Awesome.
me
Awesome.
ever.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I decided years ago to go natural at first, and then I played with some other things, getting my dreadlocks, and then cutting that off, and then eventually
Mhm.
going almost bald. Remember, I had to call you and was like, "How do I get my hair lower?" And then you
Yeah.
was like, "Take the clippers and go back." So I started cutting my when COVID hit. I was like, "Well, let me cut my own hair." So I wore my hair like that forever, and underneath this, I'm still planning what I'm going to do, but with that gives you another level of freedom because it taught me that I didn't have to rely on my hair to be a part of my beauty. Like my beauty is so much deeper than my hair. So it gave
Mhm.
me a freedom to really be who I am and not apologize for that.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, especially women, you don't understand that freedom until you cut your hair. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know about you, but when I used to cut my hair and then I would rub my hand on my scalp, ooh,
Feels good.
I
It
felt
feels good.
sexy
And then,
as all
you
get
know,
out.
then, with I was I was diagnosed with a mild case of alopecia. But of course, no one knew because I had so much hair. but I did
Mm.
have spots in my hair too. And I think that came from wearing weaves and wigs for years.
Wow.
So I I was just like over it. I was over it, and I was like, I told my boyfriend, I was like, I need you to shave my head. And he was
Mm.
like, what? I said, I want you to shave my head off. And he was like, girl, you crazy. Like he was laughing. I was like, no, I'm serious. He was like, I need a drink. I need a drink. but but he did it. He did it.
Mm.
And
And
I,
what
you
was
know, of
what was
course,
your reaction when he did it?
when I saw all the hair dropping on the floor, I was like, because at that time, when I cut my hair, I was blonde. Like
Mm.
of course, I did. The only thing that I didn't try in my hair was dreads. Um, but I done had every style known to man. So when the hair was dropping, the blonde hair dropped, I was like, oh my God, if this thing don't look right, I'm gonna throw in a wig. That was that was my
Because
mindset. I was
you got
like,
options. You got
yeah.
options.
And
I always tell people, you don't know how a hairstyle is going to look, how a situation is going to turn out, or anything if you don't try.
Mhm.
And I think that's the biggest thing about having confidence is the boldness to try.
And
There's
you
so
know
many times I'm around women and I'm talking to them, and it's like, oh my God, all you got to do is try. You're not going to die if it doesn't turn out like you thought it would, but it's
and
an opportunity to grow.
I get so many messages from women who, you know, just want to go bald, or if they have alopecia and stuff like that. And I'm like, just make up in your mind that you're going to do it, and do it. Like,
Yeah,
because once you do it, then like you can grow it back right then.
right, right.
so, so either you're gonna throw in a wig, wear it, or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So,
you know.
ladies, I am going to interject something and then we're going to come back with Karen with some more questions. This is my official launch to my online course. The name of my online course is called Finding Your Confidence. So I want you all to support me by either purchasing the course and or sharing the course. One thing about me and my purpose and my passion is to help women transform their lives, and not just transform their lives physically, but with personal development and restoration of wholeness. So one of the things I am determined to do is help women get free. So the course name is Finding Your Confidence. My daughter, Teriel, please drop the information in the comment section. You can go to my website, encouragingwordsbydenise.com. At this point right now, the course is on sale for $57. What you get with that, you'll get videos, you'll get an affirmation, you'll get an ebook that has lessons in it. So, and then you also get a bonus 30-minute Q&A with me. So once again, is on sale for $57. I'm launching it today. The course does not go live until February the 28th. What that actually means is the course will not be available to you until February the 28th, but this is a pre-order. So if you're interested in pre-ordering and getting the $20 discount, you can purchase it from now until February the 28th. After that, it'll go up to $77. But I do encourage you, ladies, if there's anything in you that desires to be more confident, this course is for you. And it's not about, whether you lack confidence or not, but sometimes we can go up another notch because there's levels to it. You know what I mean? There's levels to confidence. Sometimes you may be confident enough to do this, but then scared to do that. Does that make sense? So with this course, this will help you go up another level. So like I said, if you're interested in checking out the course, you can go to my website at encouragingwordsbydenise.com. The information is there. You can pre-order for $57 starting today. You have until February the 28th. At that time, that's when the course will be available to you. You can download it, go to the platform, and just get working on the course. It's self-paced. You'll have it forever in a day. It belongs to you. Once you purchase it, you'll have the ebook. You'll have the affirmations, you'll have the videos by me. So I definitely encourage you to share the information and or purchase it. So that's what I am doing today. And I'm going back to my special guest, Karen Monique. So let me ask you this. Since you know you are able to achieve anything, what are some other things that you would like to do?
Oh Lord. I actually want to do a whole lot of stuff. Like I said earlier, I'm expanding my business. The name Street Chic um is actually, it came from an idea that I had years ago. And um with that, it's actually one of the biggest industries now. I wanted a mobile boutique, a fleet of mobile boutiques. And that's going to happen soon.
Awesome. Awesome.
It's going to be mobile. And also securing it modeling contract. Like I mentioned before, like my 9 to 5, I work, and then I kind of like became consumed with it. So I put like a whole lot of things that I wanted to do on the back burner. That's not happening no more. So I will have a modeling contract by the end of this year. Y'all can bet that.
Everybody, I need y'all to put in a comment that you are in agreement with Karen. Please, let's support her. Let's pray for her. In the comment section, please type, I'm in agreement with you. I'm in agreement with you, because I'm truly in agreement with you. You know, me and you talked about this. I'm in agreement with you. And a lot of times people don't understand the power of agreement. Now I can go before God and I can pray on her behalf. And I can say, God, I take my agreement and I lock it in with her agreement. And I ask you to give her the desires of her heart. That is so important, that we learn how to support other women by becoming in agreement with them. Agree with their vision. I agree that she will have mobile fleets all over the world. I agree with that vision because it's something that is near and dear to her heart. That's how you support other people. A lot of times we try to figure out, well, how do I support? How do I support? First and foremost, come into agreement with people.
Right.
Pray for people. That's how you can support. Believe in them. You know what I mean? So I'm in agreement with you. I'm in agreement, which also holds you accountable, because I'm not going to allow you to let go of that dream. I'm not going to allow you to let go of that dream, because I'm going to come back every now and again and I'll be like, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? That's how we hold people accountable in love.
Right.
So we have a lot of people saying they are in agreement with you.
Oh,
so
thank y'all.
I pray that you all pray for her, check in on her, support her. You know, that's what this is about. I am big on supporting other women because I think we have to do that. I don't worry about my business growing, because if I help other people's business grow, I know God is faithful to help my business grow. That's a principle. That's a principle. So, hey, you grow, I grow. That's how this thing worked for me. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. I'm especially excited about your mobile fleet as well. What type of things do you plan on selling with that?
Well, with that, of course, I'm going to have my t-shirts. I'm going to have my handmade jewelry, but like I said, I'm expanding. So I'm going to have plus size women are near and dear to my heart. Only because like I'm a size 14, so I'm in between. But of course in the modeling industry, I would still be considered a plus model.
Wow.
But I want to carry plus size clothing. And the reason why is because it was a point in time where I couldn't find, like I would look at things on the rack and be like, dang, they should have made that bigger. Like that would look good on me too. But but in reality, now they're expanding. Now you're seeing like Nike and Adidas and stuff like that is carrying extended sizes. But plus size women are near and dear to me. Like I get messages and stuff from people all the time. Of course, competing in plus size pageants and everything else. Like people really look. People look at me and be like, well, how do you do this? How do you do that? And I tell them, like, and I just like to help women look good. Like, Anybody can look good. Because just like they'll say, "Oh, well, who do your makeup?" I used to pay a lot to get makeup done all the time. Me now, I go on YouTube and I find like videos. Like if I want to do something, a little highlight on my face, I'll find a YouTube video for that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's what I do now. I do like some of everything too. Like I wanted some chocolate covered strawberries the other day, and I don't be see this is the thing. I don't be trying to knock people hustle, but I know that I can do things myself. So instead of me going and purchasing all the time, which I do support people, I do. But at the same time, that strawberry fix that I wanted the other day, I was not willing to pay $20 for 6 strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the store, bought my chocolate, my strawberries myself, and I made it myself. And people were inboxing me like, "Oh my gosh, you gave me this idea." And
But
I'm
see,
like,
that's the importance of confidence. Because you are confident in who you are and your abilities, you're not afraid to try
mm-mm.
anything. And see, that's what I always encourage women. A lot of times women say, like, if you ask the average woman, are you confident?
Yeah.
90% of them, yes, 90% of them are going to say, yeah, I'm confident. I know
Mm-hmm.
I got it going on. Yeah. And on the inside, they know that's not the case. On the inside, they know they're a little broken. On the inside, they know when they lay their head on that pillow at night, they have things being rehearsed in their head about why they're not good enough. And see,
Mm-hmm.
I desire to display everything that I truly am. Like, I don't want to perpetrate a fraud. I don't want to be walking around looking one way and feeling another way. You know what I
And
mean?
and I was like that. I was like that. Like people would be like, "Oh, she is so pretty," and and I was miserable. Like I was miserable. And you know, about I think it was about 8 years ago, coming out of this relationship that I was in, and like I heard stuff about myself that I didn't know. I'm like,
Mhm.
where y'all get that from? But that kind of like took me to a place where I was miserable. I didn't trust anybody. I didn't trust anybody. I was to the point where I said, forget that. I don't want to talk to no man right now. Ain't no man got nothing to say to me. Don't look at me. Don't look my way. Like for real. And I stayed single for 5 years,
Wow.
even though people used to pursue me all the time. But I stayed single for 5 years, and I was like, you know what? During this time, I have to find me. I have
Mm.
to find me. Um, in that relationship, like I wanted to do different things, and he would say, "No, you don't need to do that." Blah blah blah. That goes back to that listening to people and
Mm.
everything. And I became somebody who I didn't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That
So.
and I can attest that I too experienced that. Um, for years, I didn't know who I was. For
Mhm,
years, like you, people always would say to me, "Oh, Denise, you're so bold and you're so brave."
mhm,
If they only knew, in the background, I was miserable. And for
right.
me, a lot of times I tell people that was a part of me gaining so much weight. I was almost 300 pounds at one point because I didn't know who I was. I was lacking much confidence and self-esteem.
Yeah. And you were almost three. I was 323 at my
Wow.
highest weight.
Yeah.
My
Yeah. And
323 pounds.
people don't understand, that goes back to what I was saying, how people put on a good front. I was
Mhm.
putting on a good front because that's all
And
I knew how to do.
people didn't believe me, didn't believe like I weighed that much. So I put up the doctor's thing on Facebook. I was like, see, this is what it was.
Mm,
And like I guess because I'm so tall that
mm.
the weight kind of like looked kind of different on me. But when I go back on pictures and stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot
Now,
let
how
myself
tall are you?
6 feet.
Okay, 6 feet. Now, how tall am I?
Like
I am 5 feet.
I was about to say you like
I'm
5'1".
5 feet. I've been this height since I was in the 7th grade. So 276 pounds on 5 feet was a hot
Yeah.
mess. And it was hard to carry. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I was carrying it, but I was struggling. I was
And I
struggling
feel
on the outside and the inside.
and I feel so much better now. Like I was sitting the other day and I had my legs crossed. I was like, "Oh, Chunk, I got my legs crossed," because I never used to do that. But yeah, I just see like even now the energy and everything that I have is different
Mhm.
because of weight. And and I work in healthcare, so I know that you can be small and be unhealthy. That's
Oh, yeah,
not,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
So it's like I had to do it for me.
Mhm.
I had to make up in my mind. I was like, this week coming off me. Like I can't do it anymore. Like
Right.
I was to the point where I was uncomfortable.
Mhm.
I like, even in clothes, I was uncomfortable pulling on my clothes all the time. And I was like, I'm not buying a bigger size this week coming off. So,
And you have to get to that point in your own time. I
mhm.
know for me, I think my highest was like either 22, 24. My
Mine was a
highest was a
24.
22, 24.
Mm-hmm.
And like you, I started feeling uncomfortable in my body. Like
Mm-hmm.
I literally started feeling like a prisoner in my own body, to the point where it was getting hard to keep waking up every day like that. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I was like, God, I don't want to live like this no more. I don't want to live like this no more. And I was like, God, I got to do something. So everybody gets to that point in their own time. And after I had to go through some things to get to that point, then I had to start doing some healing on the inside, because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times we can't release a lot of that weight physically until we release a lot of that weight emotionally.
And
And
that's
I had
very
to
true.
dig through some stuff. I had to dig through some stuff to get to me, to find out who I was. And that led me to a level of confidence that I never experienced before.
Mm-hmm.
That's how come I tell people it is a level 2 confidence, but I'm at my highest level ever. Like I will try anything that's legal. Let me say that. That's legal, because we ain't going to jail, because I don't like small spaces, but I will
Right.
try anything that's legal because I'm a risk taker, because I trust God with my life, because I want to live a life that's worth living. I don't want to wake up when I'm 70, 80, or 90 and be like, dang, I wish I would have tried that. I wish
And I
I would
used
have went
to,
there.
and I used to like say I wish all the time, and I would try to, my biggest thing was trying to wait until the perfect time. I'd be like, "Oh, well, I don't have the money for that right now. I don't have this right now. This needs to be in place before I do that." Now, it is what it is.
You're gonna make it happen. And see, that's what you have to do, because like you said, there's not a perfect time. There's never a perfect time. And I always try to remind people, light as we take it, whether you believe it or not, there's God and then there's the devil. The
Mhm.
devil is not going to sit back and allow you to walk into your purpose without putting obstacles in your way. Come on now. I always
Mhm.
try to tell people that, like, what are you thinking? You think the enemy gonna be like, go ahead and live your life, I'm gonna sit here and root you on? No, the enemy like, girl, I'm gonna trip you up every time I can.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you have to have the boldness, you have to have the confidence to push past those obstacles. You have to have the fortitude to know that, no, I don't care what come up. Like you said, when it's time to travel, yes, I have bills, but that's where planning come into place as well. That's where budgeting come into place as well.
Yeah.
That's where being a good steward over your money comes into place as well, so that my bills are paid and I can still travel. See, that's
Mhm.
why you got to do that. You
Yep.
got to plan for your life to be successful. So I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for you, because I can't wait to see what happens next. Like I can't wait. So I'm just gonna do this, because you know me. You know me. So, Karen, since you were single for 5 years and you wanted to make sure you found yourself, are you currently still single?
No. No, I am not.
Girl, you know I was gonna act up a little bit.
Yeah. His name is Jeremy.
Whoop, whoop.
That's my boo.
Hey, she got a boo. And I'm
Yeah.
saying that, because this video, see, this is the thing. People watch my videos that I don't realize that's watching my videos, men and women. So they don't inbox you. She got a boo. She
Yeah.
already spoken for. I got Jeremy back. We're not doing this. So yes, she is no longer single. I'm excited for you. So I want to encourage you ladies, first and foremost. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Sheila, DeLon, everybody that's tuning in. I appreciate you for supporting me. Some of these women have been on every live that I've been doing. And I appreciate you. I really do, because this blessed my life.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for showing up. I hope you walk away with some good nuggets that you can use and apply to your life. Most of all, I truly hope that you walk away desiring more for your life. Like, oh my God, if you are in a box, please, please, please remove that box. If you are in a box, kick it over, knock it down, tear it up. I don't care what you got to do, but get out of that box. Allow God to stretch you. And a lot of times with the stretching, it does not feel comfortable. So let me go ahead and tell you that beforehand. It does not feel comfortable. I know what you had to go through. It wasn't comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But would you change it for anything?
No.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm trying to, that's what I like to encourage people with. We had to go through some uncomfortableness to get to this level. And it's not a level where, ooh, look at me. No, it ain't about that. But it's a level where now we can come and we can encourage other women. We can say, no, we've been through that. I know what that feels like. Let me encourage you. Let me grab hold of you, sister, and let me pull you up to the next level. That's what we're here for. That's what we're going to do. So let me put in my next plug. Encouraging Words by Denise. Please go check my website out. I am a holistic consultant. I help women transform their lives in physical wellness, personal development, and restoration of wholeness. I tell people, if you know me, you know I don't play, because everything that I ask my clients to do, I am big and bold enough to do it myself and have done it. I thank God for putting me in the position he has placed me in, and I don't play about it. I am launching my online course called Finding Your Confidence. It is launched today. You can purchase it for $57. It is on sale. It will be live as of February the 28th. Please share it, share it, share it. I pray that you share it. I pray that you even purchase it. It's an opportunity for you to have videos where I will walk you through what confidence is, what it is not, help you understand how to get it back if you've lost it. Go to my website. You will get affirmations. You will get an ebook. You will get lessons. So it's something that I thank God that he's allowing me to do to help women find their confidence, because it's so necessary. I always tell people, in order to walk into your purpose, you're not going to be able to do that fully without finding your confidence. Now, you can try, but I promise you, you're going to get to a level where the enemy is going to snatch you out the way, because that's what he's looking to do. We got to get real within ourselves. So I'm here to help you get real. Mm-hmm. So do you have any parting words for the people, beautiful Karen?
Well, only thing I can say is, if you're feeling not down, but like kind of like not as confident as you want to be, just do it. Like, anything that you want to do it. And do it with your head held high. Like, even if people follow me on Facebook, I'm always laughing on Facebook, cracking jokes and stuff. And a part of that is because, like, just like I said, public speaking for me, like this right here, I do this. But Nisi's my cousin, so I said yes.
But she can't tell me no. Look, let me change that. People can't tell me no. God set it up where people can't tell me no. They may try to tell me no, but God put a yes in their mouth. That's favor.
But yeah, but I, even when people used to put confidence on me, they'd be like, "Oh, you're so confident. You're this, you're that." I wasn't always confident. I can make a picture look confident, but I wasn't always confident. And I didn't always feel good about myself. But now, nobody can tell me nothing. Period.
And that's the best place to be. That's the best place to be. For me, my goal is to help women accomplish that sooner than I did. I will be 50 years old come May. And it took me all these years to become confident in who God made me to be. It took me all these years to love myself. It took me all these years to accept who I am. And my goal is to work with women of any age, of course. But if I can get hold of those younger women, I want to just love on them and tell them, boo, no, because I don't want them to wait till they're 50 to discover who they are.
Right.
You know, however, I always tell people, I don't believe in too late. Like where I'm at right now is a prime time for me. This is where God is going to renew some things in me. So I'm at a good place. This is like pressing the restart button. But like I said, my desire is to help other women so it doesn't have to take them as long. You know what I mean? You know, so I'm just so thankful to you for coming on my platform. And while public speaking may not be something that you are comfortable doing, you've done an amazing job. Ladies, didn't she do an amazing job? Come on, let's get her hype. She can't see the comments. You can go back later and look at the comments.
Yeah, I'll look later.
Please tell her that she did an amazing job. You did an amazing job. So because we're talking about finding your confidence, I'm going to put a demand on you because see, that's what I do. I'm a holistic consultant, a coach. I'm an encourager. I'm all that. I'm going to put a demand on you. Start doing your own lives.
Okay.
Facebook lives, Instagram lives. I don't care what it is. Start small because while it's not something that you're comfortable doing, like me and you both know, we can't live in our comfort zone. A part of confidence and being confident is stepping out of that comfort zone. That thing that makes you feel safe. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put that charge on you to start doing it because you did a phenomenal job. Yeah, you did a phenomenal job. You did a phenomenal job. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, girl, we can wait till next year. No, some of them things that you need to say need to be said in 2021. And let me help you with this. And as well as my audience, there are people, and this is so real, y'all. Y'all got to understand this. There are people that need to hear what you have to say because their lives are connected to your lives. And if you don't say it, they can possibly go shipwreck. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It does.
So I encourage you to push past how you feel with public speaking to understand that God has you here for a greater purpose. You're here for a greater purpose, which includes other people. So I'm going to leave you with that.
Okay.
I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to leave you with that. Because
Lord.
I like to push people. I like to push people. You know why I push people? Because God pushes me, you know. So I'm going to push you all because there's so much greater in you. But girl, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I love you to pieces. I'm so proud of you. One more time, please, please, please tell people your website.
Shop streetchic.com.
All
and
right.
follow me. If you're on Instagram, follow me at theKarenMonique.com. Oh,
okay,
it's .com.
Where's the sign? Where's the sign? She has a sign. Can y'all see it? Go back just a little bit. Right there. So please, ladies, if you are watching, if you see her website, please go to her website. Support her. Share her website. Purchase a t-shirt. Her t-shirts are fire. Her t-shirts are fire because remember, she say those bold things that you want to say but maybe can't, but you can display them. So please, please, please support her. Thank you, Delon, for putting it in the comment section. So we are officially done with this live.
I've been on live for an hour.
Girl, we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. And guess what? Didn't we have a good time?
We did.
Because we just being ourselves.
This was fun.
Yeah, I don't know nobody else to be. And all my flaws, I'm so thankful. So yes, So thank you, ladies, for tuning in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. This live has now come to an end. And we are out. So thank you. Bye, everyone.